Christopher here, and this is the Patriot Report. I want to talk to you today about something that's being sold to us as a win, but is, in reality, anything but.
H.R. 1 has passed, and the headlines are calling it a victory for fiscal responsibility.
They're praising it for cutting government spending. But if you peel back the layers, if you look past the sound bites and actually examine what this bill does, you'll realize it's not a win for the American people. It's a loss. A deep, strategic, and deliberate loss for working families, veterans, the middle class, and the most vulnerable among us. The false narrative of cuts. Let's start with the basics.
H.R. 1 doesn't reduce our national deficit.
It actually increases it. Yes, you heard that right. Despite all the chest pounding about fiscal responsibility, this bill adds to our debt. How? By slashing essential social programs and redirecting billions into defense spending. Now listen, I support our military. I believe in a strong national defense. But I do not believe that strength should come at the expense of our citizens' health, homes, or ability to feed their children. This bill takes a sledgehammer to healthcare funding, housing assistance, food stamps, and even veterans' benefits. Yes, veterans, the very people politicians love to say they support when the cameras are rolling. These are not minor cuts. These are gut punches to families barely getting by. Hypocrisy on both sides. And let's be honest about the hypocrisy here. Republicans are pushing for tax cuts for the ultra-wealthy, not job creators, not small business owners, the ultra-wealthy, the top 1% who already benefit the most from our economic system. Meanwhile, these same Republicans are silent about tariffs that are driving up costs for American consumers. Tariffs that are taxes, not on foreign governments, but on us. On everyday Americans, on farmers, on manufacturers, on families just trying to make ends meet. They say they're for the middle class. Then why are they silent when working people are the ones footing the bill? But before you think this is a partisan rant, let me be clear, I don't support the Democratic agenda either. They're making noise about Planned Parenthood funding, but here's the truth. Planned Parenthood has continued to receive federal funding even under full Republican control. The House, the Senate, the White House, the funding never stopped. So that outrage? That talking point? It's just that noise. Who really benefits? So what is H.R. 1 really about? It's about prioritizing the wrong things. It's about serving the interests of a wealthy elite at the expense of the American people. It's about putting defense contractors, big corporations, and political donors above the needs of citizens. Ask yourself, why is it that when it comes to food stamps, housing, or healthcare, we suddenly have to tighten our belts, but when it comes to tax breaks for billionaires or endless defense budgets, there's always more to spend? The truth is, both parties have failed us in different ways. And until we admit that, until we stop treating politics like a team sport, we're going to keep getting sold these victories that are really defeats. What we actually need. What we need is common sense legislation. We need policies that help working families, not just donors and defense lobbyists. We need targeted spending that lifts people out of poverty, supports small businesses, protects veterans, and strengthens our economy from the bottom up. We need to stop pretending that cutting programs that feed children or house homeless veterans somehow makes us fiscally responsible. It doesn't. It makes us cruel. And it makes us dishonest. We need leaders who have the backbone to stand up to their own party when the policies are wrong, and the integrity to fight for people, not profits. Closing 9:30 to 10 o'clock. So don't believe the headlines. Look at the details. Read the bills. Ask the hard questions.
H.R. 1 is not a win.
It's a warning. And unless we demand better, from both sides of the aisle, we will keep getting policies that serve the few while hurting the many. Let's rise above the noise. Let's fight for common sense. And let's put the American people first, because no one else will unless we make them. This has been Christopher, and this is the Patriot Report. Stay informed. Stay principled. And above all, stay free.